Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Rawchaa bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the head elders and apostles, a great millstone who rule and teach well. Also want to give a shout out there to the hopeful elect, to Yahawashi and for Yahawah who are sincerely in this truth, as well as believers of this word, but not just believers, but doers as well. And again, to you, I'd like to say shalom. All right, this is just going to be another quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahawashi. And like always, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, man. But getting straight into it, all right, as you can see the title of this one, through thy prudence, ye shall be kept. All right, through thy prudence, ye shall be kept. So, you know, of course, the motivation of this lesson was, of course, the times that we're in. Okay, but not just, you know, these days, because, you know, still these days, as the scripture said, victuals are so good, cheap upon the earth. All right, people to think themselves to be in good case, roughly paraphrasing. All right, but just in the days to come, okay, which is Jacob's trouble, where the heat gonna intensify, things is gonna get worse, which our people can feel the pressure now, but we're coming into a time where you can't compare it to no other, man. All right, but going back to the point in the title of the lesson, it's going to be through the way of thy prudence, ye shall be kept, man. Okay, and I'm going to just read here in the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 3. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Now, when you deal with that word prudent, it deals with the word wise or wisdom. Okay, and it says a prudent man. Okay, basically he that is wise, he's gonna foresee the evil. All right, I believe the scripture speak about how a righteous man or a just man discerns both time and judgment. Okay, and we're seeing that we are in those days where, you know, of course, famine is increasing upon the land. Okay, prices are going up. All right, the love of many is waxing cold. You know, it's like, as soon as, you know what I mean, when you go outside, if you ain't got the covering of the Lord, bro, you can really be taken out at any minute, man. All right, and it could be by the hands of a nigga, you know, anything, man. You know, maybe road rage, okay, or maybe you got the last item off the shelf, all right, or maybe a nigga just don't like the way you look, okay. The Lord can put a spirit of vengeance upon him to take you out. Because here it is, you do have those death angels upon the scene now. All right, you could just look into your local news. Oh, matter of fact, they just had this another mass shooting in Chicago, which I have to look more into it. It was a shooting over Salakia. It may not have been a mass shooting, Salakia. Like I said, I got to look more into it. I was looking at an article. It said how they had over the Labor Day, 7 people deleted and 52 hurt. See, man, this shit is getting real, man. All right, the spirits are really intensifying, okay? But the scripture's going back into that prudent man foreseeth the evil. A prudent man is beware of the times that we are in, man. All right? Man, even if you consider, remember the scripture said, look at the beasts and they shall teach thee. You consider like a gazelle, all right, or maybe a deer that's in the wild, okay? They're always on point. All right, they're always being prudent, you know, keeping a watch out for a predator. All right, and that's likened unto us in this moment. Right now, man, we're being prudent, you know, because we're looking out for Esau Edom, which he's the ultimate predator, man. All right, we don't want to be caught in his snare. Okay, but we want to be kept from the hands of this damn devil. And how could we be kept? By the way of being on our watch, being prudent, man. All right, but it says, and hiding himself. Yeah, we hiding ourselves in the tower of the Most High. All right, scripture says, the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous runneth into it. Roughly paraphrasing. Yeah, we're hiding ourselves in the name of Yahawashi, man. Okay, and without that name, man, you ultimately open out here unto danger. You're opening to the predator, man. All right, the great hunter. You see, again, which is Esau Edom himself, man. which he's out to get you, especially you jakes, man. Okay? But here it is, as the scripture said, for we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. But continue, it says, but the simple pass on and are punished, man. The simple pass on and are punished. The people who lack this wisdom, the ones who are not considering the times, nor who are upon their watch, they're going to pass on and become punished, man. And that really make up mainly 2/3 of our people. Okay, because they don't consider the times that we in. A nigga still worried about getting the bag, or worried about Alabama making it to the championship, or maybe they NFL team making it to the damn Super Bowl, man. Or the next album dropping. You know what I mean? It's just folly that these niggas are worried about. Nobody is considering the times that we're in. Nobody is really watching or being prudent but the saints of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, man. So therefore, again, they're gonna have that wisdom and they're gonna be kept, man. Matter of fact, moving on, let's get the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." And I just want to start with that fear, because the fear is first and foremost how you're going to have that wisdom and knowledge. The scriptures speak about that's the beginning of wisdom. It's the fear of the Lord. So that's how we obtain that wisdom. That's how we are being revealed unto the things that are going on upon the planet Earth. That's how we have that understanding. All right, and we're going to prove that in just a second. But expounding more on that wisdom and knowledge, yeah, that's going to be our stability. That's how we're going to be kept. Remember, it goes back to the mysteries of the kingdom. Hey, a mystery of the kingdom, hey, it's Jacob's trouble, really, man. Because a lot of people don't understand that we have to go through that in order to receive to the kingdom, man. All right, we have to go through that trial of faith to receive the kingdom of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, man. Believe it or not, that's a secret. You see, that a lot of people does not understand or do not know it, especially these damn Christians, man. But moving on, let's get, proving upon that secret, okay? Because the Lord, he revealed this unto a certain remnant. And you know where I'm going. That Amos, what is that? Amos 3, Salakia. Yep, Amos 3 and verse 6, it says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?" So here it is, that trumpet being blown, that warning, that eerie sound. Okay, and we telling you troubles and troubles and troubles and troubles are coming. Troubles are near. For the day of Jacob's trouble is at hand. But not only that, we preach unto you the gospel, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. But like I mentioned, in order for us to get there, we must go through it, man. All right? As they say, you got to go through it to get to it. So like in order to get to it, you got to go through it. But it says, "Surely the Lord Yahawah will do nothing, but he revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets." And that's what the Lord have done. He has revealed the secrets unto the servants, his prophet. And here we are, we're warning you of these things. We're telling you what's coming. We're telling you to be mindful, to be watched. Be ye prudent so that you may be kept, man. All right? It says, "The lion have roared, who will not fear? The Lord, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, has spoken, who can but prophesy?" And that goes back into the spirit of Jeremiah. It's like that fire that was in your belly. I got to get this out. That's an inside joke. But yeah, man, that's the spirit we coming in, man. We got to get this out. All right? We got to tell you of these things, for they are coming, for they are near. Okay? But it's through prudence that you're going to be kept, man. But it's the prudence of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, because you can go gather alms or stock up food and canned goods and shit. But that's really vain, man. Because the Lord can ultimately have that set up for a man of the Lord. And you may not be that man of the Lord, man, for trusting in your arm and your strength. Remember, the Lord said, "Cursed be those who trusted in men and his arm, and making his arm his strength," man. That goes into you trusting in yourself, trusting in your own might. The Lord said, "Cursed be you." You see? We was ultimately put here to serve Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, to seek the Lord, man. and trust upon him. Okay? Not trust upon the one who smote us. To hell with Esau, Edom. He's the one that's bringing the troubles. Remember, but it's the Lord. I can't get this devil too much credit, man. But it's the Lord that's using him, though. You got to always consider that. That's why we fear not this damn devil. But we fear him who can destroy the body and cast into hell. Roughly paraphrasing. That's who we fear. To hell with Esau, Edom, man. All right? His time is coming. Well, he going to be setting his correct order as well. Okay? But moving on, dealing with that wisdom, I want to get Ecclesiastes. And we can close it out with here. Verse 9 and I'm going to start at verse 12. It says, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in the evil time. And see, a lot of two-thirds of our people, they're going to be caught up in that snare because they weren't being prudent. They weren't upon their watch. They didn't hearken unto the sound. All right? It's like, hey, again, going back to the animals, like a deer. When you come around a deer, as soon as he hear a branch break, oh, he gone, man. He's skedaddle, you know? You see? As soon as he feel any type of trouble that's near, he's gone, man. Because of his prudence. But here it is, you know, like unto our people, they do not consider. All right? Neither do they hearken. Therefore, our people are stiff-necked people, man. They're going to be taken away by the way of the sword. And the sword can come into numerous things. It says, when it falleth suddenly upon them. Yeah, when that trap falleth suddenly upon them. All right? That's how judgment is taking course. Like I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the lesson. We in the days to the point where, man, you can be taken out at any time if the covering of the Lord is not upon you. All right? But this is why we fear, so that we may keep that covering. Okay? It says, this wisdom have I seen also under the sun. It seemed great unto me. And here's the point, really. I want it. It says, there was a little city and few men within it, and there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city, yet no man remembered that same poor man. So yeah, you consider, here we are, we're considered as that poor man. Here it is, by our wisdom, we really, we're delivering the city. But it's the, hey, got to give credit to Yahawashi, first and foremost. All right? But here it is that, hey, that poor man, nobody remembered. All right? Nobody considered that this is yet the man here that's delivering the city. This man here has the wisdom, all right, to keep you from danger. You see? It says, then I said, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. Yeah, his words are not heard. They're not considering of his words, man. All right? They're not trying to hearken of his words. Because what? He's a poor man. All right? Scripture speak about it, but when the rich man speaketh, they you know what I mean? It's a nigga in a two-piece suit or a nigga that got chains and, you know what I mean, a Bugatti or some shit. You know, they trying to take notes. You see, it says the words of wise men are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner do it. So like sinner destroys much good. But that's really the point. Verse 16 was the point. But yeah, man, you know, just going back to that wisdom, man, it's going to be the wisdom of Yahawashi that's going to keep you, man, from the said perils, man. So yeah, that's really the point to the lesson, Akim. You know what I mean? Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to end it out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honor to the head elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Also want to give a shout out there to the hopeful elect, to your Akim, and few Aquath who are sincere in this truth, as well as believers of this word, but not just believers, who do it as well. Until the next time, I'd like to say, Shalom.